Deal Surgeons, Elite Masterminds. What's going on? This is Diamond Life doing a Bitcoin price prediction before it happens. So let me break it down. Okay. What I see happening right now is Bitcoin is going higher just to go lower. Okay. It's going higher to go lower. Now, what I see right here, I see price coming up to here. Okay. Let me show you. I see price coming up from where it is right now up to here, this area. Okay. So what is this? 26,330? Not 26,330, but let me zoom in. Hold on. The reason I'm looking at Bitcoin is because it moves on the weekend. And so if you understand how the structure works, you can take a long or a short and just hold it like a small position, and you can just hold it. You know, if you want to deal with the swap fees and all that, you can just hold it, or you could trade the weekend if you knew where it was going. All right. So what we have right here is a confluence. If you see right here, I think I have price coming up to here, to this area here, to like 26. Let me zoom in. I see price coming up from where it is right now up to here. Okay. That's what I see happening. Now, it may go higher, and let me explain why. Now, remember, it's going higher just to go lower because right here, this down here is due to be filled in, this stuff down here. But it has to go up higher. Now, if you understand the structure, what we see right now is very clear. Okay, this is a bearish order block. This is on the weekly chart. This is extremely powerful because it's on the weekly chart. Now, if we look to the left, we don't see any order blocks that's higher than the one that I'm about to mark up. Okay, we see order blocks like right here. Okay, we got a few other ones right here. Well, I don't know if that really be considered one, but this is the one about the markup is the most relevant one. So price could come up higher. I'm not betting on that. I'm not betting at all. But so we have a bullish order block right here. So if you understand the structure, if you see a big candle like this and you believe in ICT's teachings, then we mark up mean threshold. Look at this. This is mean threshold of a order block on the weekly chart, the highest up close candle. Okay. The order block is more deeper than just the highest up close candle. But this is a huge candle right here. This is the highest up close. So we have to get mean threshold. Okay. And it also lines up with a bearish order block right here. So price left this area. And it hasn't returned yet. You see that? So it could come up here and come up even higher. But I'm just betting on, or not betting, but I'm actually looking for price to come up to here because this is a low resistance liquidity run. I'm about to show you what I mean. This is a low resistance liquidity run up to here. So let me go down and show you. So this is a bearish candle. Low resistance liquidity run means that we have very little, like you're going to see very little white candles in this area right here. Okay. Also, here's a bearish order block right here, this last up close candle. If we see a big candle like this and we don't have an opening price or a zone, according to ICT's teachings, we have to mark up the whole body and look for mean threshold. Okay. So price has not hit mean threshold just yet. And so this is a low resistance liquidity run, like I said, so we're going to keep going down to the lower structure. And some people may say, well, you see price pulling up, so yeah, you think it's going up. But I understand how the structure works. Okay. Look at this. Price just hit this right here is a bullish order block high on a 6-month candle. Okay. So this is very, very strong right here. So price took out these lows right here. It took out these lows, which were all the stops was. All these buy stops under here, double This is a double. It took out all these lows to the left. Okay, this is a double bottom. So now it took out sell side. So buy side is the only thing that's left. So most likely it'll probably come up here and take this high. I'm not holding out for that because we have a bearish mitigation block right here. You understand ICT structure. Okay, when you see an M, when you see a M going down, see how this is an M, but it couldn't take that high. Then if it took this high, this would be a bullish breaker, but it's a mitigation block. So if you understand how that works, price has to come back up into this last down close candle right here. Okay, so listen, this is a multiple confluences going on right here. We have a bearish order block monthly opening price, which price already hit right here, and then it went lower. So we got the opening price, and we have a bearish mitigation block on the 1 hour chart because we're on a 4 hour chart now. And we have a 4 hour big candle mean threshold. So this is a multiple confluence right here. So I see price coming up to here. I believe it seemed like it probably will continue to keep going up because we have an order block that it never came back to up here. Okay. And I'm about to explain something else where I think price will continue to go up probably for the rest of the month, even though based on my research it's due to go lower. Okay. It's due to go lower. But so when I re-record this video and you see that price is going higher, I just told you that I see price going higher, but I'm not going to hold for that at the moment. I'm just going to hold for price coming up to here. Okay, this is a low resistance liquidity run. Let's take a look at this candle right here. I just showed you on the weekly chart, we had nothing but red candles. We went to the daily, nothing but red candles. Now we're on the 4 hour, nothing but red candles. I don't see any white candles in here. So this is a low resistance liquidity run. Now, if you would have tried to get in here, this was a false run right here because the lows did not get taken out yet. Okay. It was liquidity down here. So this was a false run. It had to take the sell stops first. And now it's coming up here for the buy stop. So it probably will take this high up here, but I'm not looking for it. I'm looking for it to come up to this bearish mitigation block that it has not came back to yet. Okay. Also, we got a low resistance liquidity run. Now, we haven't seen any white candles in here. Let's go down to the 1 hour chart. Talk about a dead giveaway. This is the dead giveaway, people. Look at this. No, we went from the weekly chart all the way down to the 1 hour. Let me zoom in because when I'm recording, this shit look a little weird. So listen. We went all the way from the weekly to the daily to the 4 hour, now to the 1 hour. We still don't see any white candles. Still nothing. This is a low resistance liquidity run, folks. Meaning that when price comes up, it's going to be low. It's going to just spike up because I call Bitcoin like the snake or like a rattlesnake because Bitcoin literally is the only thing I've seen that moves extremely fast. Like it'll go slow like this and literally in a few seconds, literally, it'll just pop up. So this is low resistance. Let's go down to the 15-minute chart. It's a dead giveaway, man. Now on the 15-minute chart, we got an order block right there, that white candle. So, I mean, from what price is right now all the way up into here, this is low resistance for sure. So I'm already in on the buy, okay? This is low resistance right here, okay? So this is price before it happens. Like I said, I see price coming up to here. Most likely it's probably going to break this zone and keep going higher. Now, let me show you why. So like I said, before price happens, I see price coming up here. I just showed you why. Not one of these people regurgitating somebody else's shit. I just told you why it's coming up there. Now, let me show you something else as well that I came up with on my own. Let me zoom in, and then I'll end the video. It's not going to be a long video, but this is a prediction before it happens, okay? Now this is a pattern. I like using patterns because ICT, my teacher, he don't believe in patterns, and I understand why he don't believe in patterns, because you shouldn't believe in patterns, right? But at the end of the day, patterns absolutely work. Now, I believe you need to use patterns in reference to the structure itself. So this may be a little confusing, um, but this is the 5-day Asian range that I created using ICT's concepts. He showed me what to do, but I took it a step further. Because basically what I'm showing you right now, out of all 500 plus videos, ICT only talk about this in one video, and he only talks about it for 6 or 7 minutes. It's kind of crazy, but it's so powerful. So this is called a purge right here. This is the first 5 days. I know this is kind of confusing looking at this on a replay. I'm just trying to show you, I'm not saying this is what's happening, but because I researched this stuff heavily on US 30, but I understand the structure is the same. But all these different instruments like Bitcoin, futures, oil, gold, they all have different personalities. But on the US 30 personality, what I've seen is that this is day one. You have to look at the first 5 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that's what this red box is right here. Actually, I need to bring this up a little higher. This red box is the first 5 days of the month on the bodies. Okay, so the first 5 days, this is ICT's concept. And I'll show you why I took it a step further. So you have to go to the daily chart and do this. So this is a zone right here. This is the range zone. Let me lighten this up a little bit. Let me lighten this up a little bit. All right, so the way it works is, like I said, it looks confusing, but pay attention to this blue line right here and this blue line here. This is called a purge. So usually that's will run in one direction for the rest of the month. I'm sorry, run in one direction to the 50% of the one standard deviation, okay? Let me redo this real quick. Yeah. Pull this up. Pull this line up. Just got to make sure it's perfect because, all right, so you see how price came up here and it hit this line right here. Usually it only hit one of these lines. This is 50% of the one standard deviation. The yellow line right here is one standard deviation of this red box zone right here. So usually price will just hit one area and then continue to go up for the rest of the month, even if it's choppy as hell, or continue to go down for the rest of the month. Usually it won't purge like it's doing here. So purging means it hits the 50% of the top and it hits 50% of the bottom. So usually if it does this, it'll create a dealer's range. Let me show you what I mean. And then price will go in one direction for the rest of the month. I'm going to make sure I come back to this video because when you see what happens, people going to stop playing with me out here. Okay. So this is day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's put this on the bodies. I'm just going to redraw it without the annotations on there. Okay, so here's the 5-day Asian range. So like I said, that one standard deviation, price came down and hit the top and then it hit the bottom. So usually price creates a dealer's range, what ICT would call a dealer's range, which is what this is right here. And then once it breaks that range, it's going to run in one direction for the rest of the month. Now, usually what it'll do is it's either going to run in one direction for the rest of the month, or it will reverse on day 12 to 15. Let me show you what I mean by that. I'm about to end the video. Like I said, some of the stuff I'm talking about, I'm gonna have to take some of this stuff down because it's just too much for free. Yeah, I mean, so let's go to day 12. So let's see, day 5. I'm trying to find day 12. I thought I had this marked up already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I hate when I miss it. Hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So usually price will run in one direction. This is day 12, day 14, 12, 13, 14. So usually when price hits this zone, this blue box, it'll reverse. So it kind of makes sense that price will continue to keep going up with my analogy. And then it hit this blue zone, which is half of the 50% of the month. And either it's going to continue to keep going higher or it's going to reverse. Okay. So even if it reverses, it's probably going to reverse short term and then continue to go higher. Or it could just hit this zone right here and then continue to go lower because it's actually due to go lower if you understand the higher time frame structure. So it's only going up to really go down because what's due is really down here. All this down here is due, meaning that it has to be filled in. So you have to be thinking like, okay, well, if it has to go lower, then why is it going up? Then you have to start marking up the higher time frame stuff. Like I said, we got an order block up here price never came back to yet. So that's why I'm telling you right now, it could go higher, but we got a mitigation block right here, which isn't as strong as a bearish breaker. So it could continue to go higher. But right now I'm telling you it's coming up here. Thanks for watching.